Tonight, Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson opening up about how he led the state through the COVID pandemic. It's one of his first on-air interviews diving into that topic.
Why did he make the decisions he did? Does he regret anything? And what happened behind closed doors as he worked with world leaders to target coronavirus cases? 5
News anchor Joe Ellison has the story.
December 2019, the World Health Organization's China office is alerted to a number of unknown origin pneumonia cases centered in Wuhan's seafood wholesale market.
It's a virus that hasn't been seen before.
We are taking this obviously very seriously.
At the time, it didn't have a name, but it was the start of a deadly pandemic we now know as COVID-19.
We had numerous calls with the White House, with other governors helping to get prepared and to know how to respond to it.
In this 5 News interview, Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson takes us through what it was like to ready a state for the coronavirus.
You knew that it was likely to come to Arkansas, so you're trying to get prepared for it, but nobody can really understand the gravity, the drama that was ahead for us.
According to the CDC, the first laboratory case of COVID-19 was confirmed in the U.S. on January 20th.
Well, it was actually shocking to see how quickly it spread in Washington State and how it hit the nursing homes, and it was challenging in terms of hospital care. So it was alarm bells going off at that time.
March 11th, 2020, Arkansas confirms its first presumptive positive case.
This case is a patient in Pine Bluff. We had planned that as soon as the first case hit that I would declare an emergency so that we could put the resources needed to respond to it.
The governor says securing PPE was a challenge during a global shortage.
And it was unbelievable for me to be on the phone with our suppliers and saying, we need to reserve factory time. I never thought I'd have to do that as a governor. And then to be told that we're being outbid by New York.
The governor issued a directive to close indoor dining at restaurants. Later it extended to closing gyms, barber shops, and salons, for example. What was behind the governor's decision?
I remember the pressure even from the Trump White House to shelter in place, to close businesses. And I resisted that in Arkansas. It didn't make sense, and so we didn't go down that path of saying some businesses are essential and some are non-essential.
Closing school campuses in spring 2020 wouldn't last long. By the fall, virtual learning would be offered, but many children headed back into the classroom.
I was getting letters from female volleyball students saying, it's my senior year, please do not cancel our year. The pressure was there because then you had some teachers protesting out in front of the mansion saying, you're going to put us in a coffin if you make us have school.
To answer questions over the COVID vaccine, the governor held town halls across the state. They became heated at times. Does the governor have any regrets from the pandemic?
You know, one of the great regrets, of course, is some of the confusing messages that were out there and that science was disregarded. Whenever you look at the skepticism over the vaccines, it just really surprised me. Would have liked to have had greater acceptance of that.
But the governor recognizes one of the biggest changes to the way Arkansans work, receive health care, and basically live their lives today came from this pandemic.
The remote opportunities is a change that will have impact for decades to come.
It was Joe Ellison reporting. Now, the governor, of course, term limited. He has served 2 4-year terms as governor and cannot run again.
So we asked the governor what's next. He says he's thinking about a run for president, but did not say when he might decide on whether to enter the race.